Hey guys, so this is going to be lesson 8, putting it all together. I wanted to see what the major issues were going through the first 7 videos before I made a part 8. So I'm going to go through this pretty quickly of just kind of putting it all together. So first, finding a good high probability idea and having a good chart entry is always two good possibility, good things that you want before going into a trade. I think those are the two most important. Everything else is kind of, just checking off everything else. So we have Robinhood here, right? And we have this all marked up. Um, we did this in my premium group. We went over this every single day, every week, part of the watch list. You could have found this easily on Wall Street Bets, on Twitter. It is a very fast-moving stock, very popular, so it wouldn't have been hard to find this on your own. Okay. Now we have this measured move here because the last two times it's gone between support and resistance, we measured it, and then we put it up here, this vertical line. And if you check all the way back to Robinhood's previous high, you'll see it's actually at that same level, 85, and it dropped very quickly. So I think this would be a good entry point to try to get up to this 85 level. Um, and if you look at it on a weekly time frame, you can see that whenever you have this inside bar indecisive candle, you might get another push, a third push here, moving up. So chart-wise, this looks good. And I think I'm going to give myself plenty of days for this to work out. And we have this nice trend moving upwards like this. Okay. So bouncing off of this line, moving up, we're looking for a few days for this to rally, maybe a couple weeks for this to work out at most. But I think this is, pretty good time to enter. And I was looking for a down day, which we had today. So, and there's going to be announcements coming out, which kind of add on to that. So the next thing we would do is we would try to find a price that would make sense. So to save you guys some time, we're going to go over to option strat here. We're going to put in Robinhood. You don't need a trial. All you need to do is go to build, long call. That's it. And then you type in the stock that you're looking for. That's it. Okay. I'm going to go out to the July 18th because that gives us about a whole month. Um, to for this to work out. Um, so if not, maybe a little bit longer. If we go out and we can see if when we click on this green here, you'll see open interest, volume, a ton of open interest here, almost 25,000 for the 80s. It is quite expensive though, $342. So it might go a little bit less, to the 85s, maybe the 90s. The 90s you'll probably see at $128, 16,000 open interest. The volume at 1,400 does look pretty good. Um, so what I'm going to do is probably go at the 90s for July 18th, the third week of every Friday. And that's I'm gonna place that trade. And just to show you how much I would make from this, we put our cursor over here, and if we get to that $85 uh, price target, it'd be about 235%. Now, if you take a little bit of time decay away, you will see that, it's still going to be somewhere around that 200% as we get into next week. Obviously, it'll start falling a little bit, but still obviously, above 150%, which is really good because we're technically risking 100% to try to make over 150% um, with our trades. But right now in 2025, when this is being filmed, is highly volatile. There's possibilities of war breaking out. So any profits you get, it's good to just take them and move on to the next. idea. So another thing you can do is talk about the Greeks here real quickly. The delta is about 19 and the theta is -6. Okay. So you're trying to look for a high delta. Anything above 30 is really good, but it's not, it doesn't mean absolutely everything here because we are going out further in the date. This might be a little bit lower. All delta means is for every point, every dollar that Hood goes up, Robinhood goes up, that number, 18 or 19, is going to be added to the price that you paid for this contract. Okay, so it'd be 128 plus $18 for every single point that this goes up. The theta is -6 here. So every day you hold this, and let's say Robinhood goes sideways, you would lose $6. But again, I don't look at it too much because we have our calculator here. So it kind of gives you a picture based on your price target of where it's going to be. I think a lot of you get really caught up in the Greeks and think it's going to be this whole massive thing. And when you read option books, a lot of it's theoretical. Keep it really simple. Try out things, try to do practice trades, you know, to get yourself started. But this is a nice example of finding an idea, drawing it properly, finding a good strike price, finding, putting your target, um, seeing how much return you would get, and then entering the trade. Okay. And once we get a few positive days, whatever that profit will be, hopefully, over 100%. But if it's not, I'm still going to look to take it out sooner than later, because of the volatility that we're facing every day, just for being in tariffs in a war situation in mid 2025. All right, stay tuned for the next lesson, which will be ETFs, and dissecting different industries.